want to welcome you back to the second episode of our podcast series with me, your host, Michael Pesci. I am the founder of Foodservice Education, our YouTube channel, which is growing. And I'm also the founder of Pesci's Kitchen, which you can find more information about on the Foodservice Education page. But today I kind of just wanted to go through another open discussion about food safety and just some things you should know about me and the benefits of having a ServSafe Food Protection Manager certification. So if you are new, hopefully you'll subscribe to our channel or this podcast, and feel free to go back, feel free to ask questions. We are entering the podcast sector to try to just educate America on food safety and the importance behind practicing it every single day. So, what I want to talk to you about is food service education. Okay? The benefits of ServSafe, having a ServSafe certification. Okay? ServSafe is the leader in industry kitchen safety and sanitation material. They have crafted up material, and they have also abide by the updates by the FDA, which is responsible for writing the food code. So ServSafe, the industry certification is good for 5 years. So every 5 years, you just have to recertify, find a proctor. One of the benefits we have is that you can just rewatch the material here on Foodservice Education's homepage, and then come and hire us to come proctor your tests, and the certification could take as little as under 2 weeks to do. So it's just good material to have. And the benefits, and the reason why I started food service education primarily was because I wanted to have a more consistent approach to teaching all my classes, because every single class, all 6 periods, had to go through food safety training. We went through it twice a year. One at the beginning of the school year, one at the end of the school year. This picture here is inside of our food lab. Pesci is very, very organized. He's very, very big on cleaning and making sure things stay safe. And just gives you a little insight of my life as a culinary instructor, a instructor of the material, not just to my students, but to my students here on Food Service Education. The certification, once you obtain it, employers are supposed to pay you more for it. Okay? Don't let an employer say, you need it, I'm not paying you anymore. Don't let them do that to you. You have more knowledge. Okay? You are 10 times more valuable without it, and you should be paid based off of that knowledge. Okay? Now, obviously, experience is going to play a huge role in your ability to earn more money, but having this kind of training under your belt and being certified is a big deal. We have had some students tell us that their employers gave them a raise. We've had some students come back and tell us that my employer isn't giving me a raise. Remember, the more you know, the more you can protect an operation. And that should come at an expense. Okay? Every employer, even employers listening to this, you should pay your employees more. Give them $1 more. Give them more than what they're earning. They are protecting your operation at the end of the day. And just having food safety training in general is a valuable piece of commodity to have. And if it's in your operation, you should be grateful. Whether you paid for them to take the industry test or they paid for it themselves, pay them more money. They deserve it. Okay? They will save you thousands of dollars in the event if you didn't have them on your belt. Okay? And then obviously ServSafe. You got National Registry Certified Food Service Professional, okay? They teach the Health Guard material. Same stuff, just not as popular as ServSafe. ServSafe is the premier. It's the most recognized throughout all 50 states and the entire country when it comes to safety and sanitation protocols, and practices. The benefits of FSE. I've tried to include a bunch of pictures of previous students. This is my life. I'm invested in the next generation of students and helping them go out and achieve their dreams. I have 18 years of culinary experience. I have over a decade of both food protection manager certification experience and also instruction and proctoring of the exam. Medium to high rate pass rate. Now that can fluctuate from student to student. Obviously, we try to examine the strengths of our students before giving them the potential or opportunity. Every student should have an opportunity presented to them, whether they struggle with the information or they don't. They struggle, you just have to provide them with a little bit more examples. No different than you see me putting out pretty much the same kind of material, just in different formats to try to reach different types of learners. All of these students have been a huge part of my life, and we do everything in our power to get them to be successful in the future. I've passed over 300 students over 5 years. That's about 60 students a year. Aging from age 15 to 18. These are kids with very little industry experience. Some don't even work in the industry, but they have attained industry knowledge to prepare them to work in an operation as a manager. And then, when you toss experience into the mix of these lectures, I also try to help you understand it from my perspective, what I do within my operation. I'm no longer an instructor at this school. I will certainly miss the relationships I tried to build with students. Every student has always told me, Pesci, you got to make it to my senior year. So some of these students, I won't be able to see their success afterwards. But you try to leave a little impact along the way, and that's what I've been able to do. I try to make the lectures we do here on food service education, as well as the lectures I teach in a classroom setting, fun and interactive, right? A lot of it can be very bone dry information, but when you get the students involved, you get them up and going, and then you model that behavior on lab days in this kitchen right here, they get to see it in action. I've known instructors that will teach the material and not practice it in the kitchen. I provide plenty of those examples throughout all my lectures here on food service education. So it's not a put down or a disrespectful thing. It's just me essentially saying you need to practice what you preach. Don't go through the effort of trying to help someone pass their industry certification without properly showing them or demonstrating yourself how to put it into perspective. I've been dedicating to helping others for a long time, over a decade of helping others. And now that I'm no longer an instructor, I still continue to leave my legacy behind by mentoring a few students, a handful of students on the side. And there's just nothing more greater than taking the time to invest one's own knowledge into someone else's life. So, go ahead, take some time, watch our material, take lots of notes. I try to make it as accessible as possible. And then I'm always open to hearing feedback from our students here on the channel. It's the only way we're going to grow and be able to reach more and more people. Our channel has shot through the roof in growth, and we are super, super excited. We have just applied for the YouTube's partner program, and we are almost fully monetized, which just means that we can start to earn ad dollars and really just continue to reach a broader spectrum of students. I do all this in between raising a family of 2 kids and a dog that demands a lot of attention. and I cook at home, and I cook in the industry, and I teach at home, and I teach in the industry. So I live this life 24/7, and I do this on the side. It's just a way for me to um, make passive income, but also by continuing to pass my own knowledge onto the next generation of kitchen managers. Um, so thank you for just being part of this community. Thank you for watching this podcast, and we hope to connect with you soon.